everything's updated, everything looking good, and what do we got? We are live. 1080p, yeah, okay. Welcome to Bladez on Saturday. I've chilled out, and today I'm just going to ramble and rant and do strange things. Today's subject is programming on Windows 10, but anybody can come along, ask any questions, I'll try to answer them. Let's see if we get any viewers first of all, I guess. Otherwise, this is not really going to be a big stream, is it? Right, let's see. I've got a cup of coffee. That's good news. Let's try that. Coffee usually works. Alright. Last night. What was I doing last night? I was hitting my head against a brick wall, trying to get my MMO client to build on Windows 10. Oh, right, that's the phone telling me that I'm now live. Thank you, phone, I'm now live. It's told me. You're so silly. And here it is. It's an application. It's 355 kilobytes. Hold on a minute. 355 kilobytes. Oh my god. What happened? Over on Linux, I was just about to break the 18 kilobyte mark. That's interesting. That's huge compared to what I had. So I'm going to have to check what I had over on Linux again. Yeah. That's something on Linux that you have to be careful of, because look, SDL, these aren't huge, and they're even in .dlls, so they're not even inside. Something wrong. It's obviously added a load of libraries or something. Well, thanks Windows 10, that's very helpful for programmers, because you haven't told us why. Nothing else in here is huge. Look, there's the object files. So where's that 355 kilobytes come from? There? lib free type 6 DLL. That's the only thing that's huge. Oh my god. I didn't even know I was using it. Right, we'll have to have a look at that, won't we? Yes, we will. No, don't copy it. Okay, that's the start of my ramblings for today. Yes, I've now got a 18 kilobyte application, which takes up 355 kilobytes in Windows. Wow, I think it's coming from there, so I will have to have a look at that after. I won't do that now, because that'll bore you. Me searching through code. So, hey, hold on a minute, Blade. What do you mean you actually got it working? Yeah, I managed to get my MMO client and build it. Look, everybody, I have Visual Studio Code here. Yeah, I suppose I have. Let's just see if we can fit it in the window. Windows doesn't help me very much here. I'll do. It's close enough for a biscuit. So, how did you do that? Well, I'll show you. I made a new folder called Twitch, which was empty. I right-clicked on it, and I have git bash. That is a byproduct of downloading Git for Windows 10. So I'd advise you to install that because you get git bash. I went into git bash in Twitch and I typed in something like that to clone my MMO server from my home server, which I have here, which is where I store everything. So that's that. So I cloned them all over. Obviously they were not in Windows format. They were in prototype. So it looked like exactly what you've seen so far on day 4. And in fact, can I get rid of that? No, okay. Let's just go to main here. Can you go away now? Okay, escape. Yeah, I had to add an extra definition to the beginning of my source files. That's both on both mains. So I can show you this bit by bit. At the bottom here, you'll see that I did a leak test. And in fact, as the program ran, it lost memory rather than gained memory. So yeah, there's no leaks. There are definitely no leaks. So yeah, that's the first thing you have to do. SDL underscore main underscore handled. Otherwise, SDL can't find Windows. Great. That's cool, isn't it? So that's in both the mains. There you go, main. For some reason, I don't have that on my other main. Interesting. So we'll talk about the server, shall we, first? Because it's shorter. I didn't realise I hadn't put that one on. There we go. Done it now, though. It doesn't matter 'cause it's on Windows 10 development now. So that won't appear on the Linux version. Right, so what did I do? I got rid of the make files. I got rid of anything that said make files. And I got rid of the exec folder. That's the first things that I did. I also I created a debug folder and I put in all of the DLLs and everything from the dependencies. Dependencies are here. So I downloaded all the dependencies like SDL2, SDLnet, SDL2net, and SDL2 underscore TTF. And I took out each of the bin and include folders for the i686-64 system. Not the 86-64 system because I'm on a times-64 system, not the other one. And in the binary folder, I found out there was all this lot, so all I did was copy and paste that into the debug folder. Didn't realise that little bugger was so big. Wow. So that's how I set that up. So all of those copy and paste, and they went into debug folder. There's nothing in release because I haven't done a release build. So these weren't here. The next thing I did was change my build.bat. I downloaded Qt and placed it in dcolon. I downloaded min-gw-w64 and placed it on my D drive. And there you go. Those are now the pathways to min-gw32 make and Queuemake for min-gw 73_64. On Qt, I did download the min-gw64 set of tools because it tells you, it asks you what tools you want, and I just ticked that one. So we downloaded those two and put those two in. Excellent. Looking good so far. What else have we moved? I removed any kind of Queuemake stash. I have my git ignore exactly the same. So I changed that to server. I realised that was on client, so I've moved that over to server. There was that alteration made in there. What's wrong with that? Silly thing. What else have I done here? No other source files have been touched. Just VS Code next. Oh, I wiped out the IPCH, deleted all of those, and then rejigged our properties. Compiler path is now, as you can see, that big thing there, to g++.exe. I chose instead of GCC. I think it'll work on GCC, but I chose G++ because I can. But you can also see that I've added line 8 here for the deps, my dependencies folder for the includes. I've added the compiler path, that changed, so that changed to that. IntelliSense I made sure was GCC in case I hadn't already done it, and I renamed it Win32 instead of Linux. That's all I've done on configurations. On tasks, which is your build, not changed. Oh yes, build.bat instead of build.sh. Changed it to a bat file from an sh. Nothing else has changed there. Problem matcher is GCC. Yeah, okay, that's dead easy. So there's that to change. I think that was already there. And on launch JSON, we changed from exec to debug, and we add .exe at the end of the name. Everything else is the same. MI debugger path is that one there. Let me just, yeah, it's gdb.exe. Do I need to go across here a bit? Yes, I do. So that's the only other line there that I changed. Lovely. Oh, GDB, sorry, don't hover over them. Yeah, otherwise that's the same, just alterations on those two lines. And that's all it was to it. It was just a load of downloads, really. Only other thing that I might have changed, let me just check. Under system. If you right click on the Windows icon, 1, 2, 3, fourth item down, it says system. This is on your taskbar, so it's got the little Windows like symbol, like your start symbol, whatever you want to call it. Just right click on it. Fourth item down is system. We'll come to your system settings. Related settings, system info. We'll bring up this, which tells you all about my system. As I said, it's times 86, 64-bit, not, there you go, times 64. So that's what I'm using when I do my downloads. Oh, by the way, when you're doing the downloads, make sure you download from the development files. I think it's a tar.gz. They're an absolute awkward SOB to open, but I managed to open them after a couple of Windows Store downloads to do the unzipping of tars and things. Advanced system settings brings up this little thing. Environment variables brings up this. Path, did I alter it? Yes, I did. I added that for the binary folder. I just added it to my system variables just to make sure that I could pick things up in case I've got a problem. Okay. So that's the only alterations I've made there on the system path. Okay, that's that done. Otherwise, yeah, we're alright. We're doing okay. It's looking like people are interested anyway, so I'm more than happy. We are getting results in, but as you can see, we're not getting much help from Windows itself. So if I put in SDL2, no, that wasn't SDL2 at all. SDL2. Here we go. That's the one I use, the home page. So if you go to downloads, if I can ever find it on this home page. Here we go, SDL2. It's not runtime binaries, it's development binaries you want, and it's that one there, the MinGW3264 you want. So you download that, and it's a tar.gz. Yeah, you have to go and find things to unpack it, but that's Windows for you. It doesn't come with that kind of thing, because Windows is Windows. So you have to download all of these. Yeah, great, innit? I downloaded them, and I put them in the depths folder, and I'm happy. So that's okay. Yeah, I know I'm learning Pi now. Yeah, Python. That's what I'm supposed to be doing today, by the way. I'm not supposed to be here ranting about Windows. But I think my biggest rant is how Windows really isn't very useful for programming. In fact, if you're not using Visual Studio 2019 by now, you're probably hitting your head against a damn brick wall. I mean, if you people want... Oh, better welcome our viewers. Welcome to the rant. I suppose it is a rant. I think it is. Because this is Microsoft forcing you to use their software. And even when you come to use... Visual Studio, this one, how easy is it to do so? You've just seen what I had to go through. Was it easy? No. It took me 2 nights to get this running. So Thursday night and Friday night, I spent at least 4 hours each on just getting this to compile. So I'm quite happy to share all the information, or if you have any compilation problems on Windows, let me know, and I will try and help you out as long as it's with Visual Studio Code and not Visual Studio 2019, because that's paid for. This isn't. This is a text editor, so it's free to use, and that's probably why they make it difficult. If you follow the tutorial on the Microsoft website, I think I did that last week or the week before, you will fail. You will fail miserably to get very far. I know how to do it their way, and I can get it to work doing it their way. But oh my god, is it awkward. You have to change your source code to something different to get it to work. So this is a questions and answers video, really, so please go ahead and do so. Otherwise, I'm going to carry on rambling and ranting for about 5 or 10 minutes. If there's no questions or anything, I'll just, wrap up and do something else. I'll go and learn Python. Let's see, is there anything else I want? Rant-wise, yeah, Windows 10 doesn't help the programmer unless you are using Visual Studio 2019 or 2017 or whatever. But if you want to publish anything whilst using those systems, you have to pay Microsoft for the privilege of publishing. So you are basically working for Microsoft at that point, because you're going to have to pay them just to write using their IDE. You can use code blocks, and I have successfully used code blocks so far on Windows 10. I've worked out how to use that, so if you prefer that, I can help and guide you with that. I suppose I could do a quick tutorial on that, but that's of course up to you. Code blocks is free and free to publish. Visual Studio Codes is free and free to publish. So those areas I will use. Qt is an IDE which you have to pay to use. I'll just put this page up. You've got to see it. How you download Qt. I really didn't read it last time. I came past this stuff. So download and try. So this is your download. You get commercial, which means you can produce commercial published things and earn money. And there it is. Pricing starts at $5,500 per year. Yeah. Buy Qt now. No, don't. Just go get the open source and use Queuemake instead. That's not in breach of the EULA. So as you see, all I use from Qt is the Queuemake. Oh, didn't show you, did I? The profile. Oh my god. Where is it? Here's my profile for the server. Same as before, same as before, same as before. Then you got a couple of include paths to put in, a depend path for the MMO SDK. You've got all of this configuration to do, so I'll leave this on screen for a bit. So it makes it easy to pause and copy if you need to. But yeah, I'm using the .profile system with the Queuemakes to make it easy. But does that look easy? It doesn't look easy to me. But that will automatically configure for the platforms. So we've got Windows. Oh, just Windows I've asked for, have I? I thought I asked for Unix and Mac OS. Maybe it is. Maybe that last one's for the Mac, but that's the one I'm using there. Top one. Sorry, that one there. That's the one that happens on mine. That one there. Win. G++. That's the one I'm using. So yeah, that works. The only reason why these three are split down is because I needed to reorder them, and I added that there. So after SDL2 main, I added that, so I just split it down onto the next couple of lines to add those two libraries. They can probably just be put on the end of there, but I haven't tested that, because every time I started changing these around, it'd break, and it wouldn't compile, and it'd lose something like SDL2._net. It just wouldn't load the library, and everything would go out of sync. So it was just a nightmare. So once I got it to work like that, I thought, stuff it, I'll leave it like that, and I have done. So, and it now works, so I'm happy. Yeah, I think that's all there is to that. So questions, come on, questions. Come on, viewers. There's a chat box there. Quite happy to answer any questions on compiling on Linux and Windows now. Now that I know how to do it on Windows, I can open up help in that area if you're having any troubles. Anything else I've done on here? Yeah, OBS is different on Windows. I can't actually enlarge the stream chat, so I can't read it properly. Where on Linux I can. So for the next week, I was thinking of programming on Windows, but I'm cancelling that idea because I can't enlarge the stream chat, so I can't read it. Isn't that sad? I was going to show you, hey look, we can program on Windows or we can program on Linux, and we can swap between the two, and it doesn't matter, the program still runs. Did I run the programs? I haven't, have I? This is funny. When I run it, you're going to kill yourselves laughing. Let's run it. Come on then. Why not? So, we'll do the server first. We'll put the server up. So, MMO server. We'll just run it. There we go. And there's the server. Let me just get rid of this screen first. Don't need this screen up. So, welcome to the MMO server, working exactly the same as it did before, using the SDK to load up and do things. If we change over to, sorry, whoops, just clicked on the wrong button there. There is also a, yeah, okay, thanks. If I go over to Client and then click on that, it'll do that for the client, and hopefully it'll come up. Nope, it came up and crashed. And this is one of the problems I've got with this. It doesn't always work. There we go. That worked. Received hello. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well done. Let's try it again. This is the problem with Windows. It's got a segmentation fault. And I know it's there. Okay, just pop the server up. Thank you. Now let's just pop the client up and see if we can get it to work. Come on, keep window on top. No, it won't keep the window. The window's got to stay on top for it to work. But that's a segmentation fault. There you go, segmentation fault. So we can't get the window running reliable because there is a segmentation fault, which is shown on this screen here. Message sent, hello, what is this mess? That's your segmentation error there. What that means is we didn't clean up the memory properly. And it's going to give us a separate problem altogether. Hey ho. Let's try just running it again. No, it's not going to do it. Do hate you, do hate you. It's calling me a liar. But as you can see, it's working alright. There, it's just opening the window is causing a segmentation fault because we've messed up the memory. Segmentation fault is on the sending. I can show you actually. It's on the client, and it's under source, and it's under there. So our segmentation fault is in here. It happens at that point there. Send data, message 5, m_IP address. The reason that is because we haven't cleaned the memory up that we're using. And I don't know if we've actually told it at this point about the memory. So I think it's going to be the SDK. Where we do send data, we receive the message, and we're just stuffing the message into the data. And we don't tell it how big it is, and we don't really do very well here. All we know at the moment is packet out is being allocated 1K. So packet out data, how big is that message? Well, we haven't defined it, have we? We defined it on the next line. So we're passing the correct length out, but it's that there is a segmentation error. We're actually receiving in and just stuffing data in willy-nilly. Yeah, it's that uintake that I don't like. So I need to look at that. I need to look at that very carefully. I need to know why it's a uintake. So I will go and find that out as well. I'll do that tomorrow. There we go. So that's the segmentation fault. On Windows it will be. On Linux it isn't, because it cleans the memory. Actually it doesn't. It puts an end block on it. So we'll see hello and then a blocker or end of text marker. So that's Linux covered. But it's happening on both, so it has to be dealt with. I knew it was happening. I saw it on Linux and I thought, ooh, should I mention it or not? And I didn't. So, yeah. Right, no questions. Any questions? Okay, let's type it in. Any questions about anything, actually? I'm not really fussed what the questions are about. There you go. Any questions? Anybody? Quite happy to answer. We're already at 30 minutes now, so plenty of people have had a chance to pop in and pop out. Just wanted to keep the channel open for 30 minutes to see if anybody wanted a chat. Okay, I think we'll wrap it up there then. I've got Python to go and learn, so I'm going to go learn Python. Good luck. I hope you all have a good weekend. I'm back on tomorrow with some sailing. Where's my notes? Okay, not that. Sticky notes, where are you? Oh, right, yeah. Here we go. Sunday sailing tomorrow. Usually 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. start using Naval Action. Downloaded off. Where did I download it from? Steam. Yeah, it's on my Steam account, isn't it? So we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow. I'll start that between 1 and 2. Pop in for the fun if you wish to. That'll be good stuff. In the meantime, have a good weekend. Take care. Keep exploring on the programming and have fun.